do not have time for another one of your hunts, Master Dwarf.
Ah, but this is your hunt, Captain.
I do not have time for another one of your hunts, Master Dwarf.
Ah, but this is your hunt, Captain.
There's a pack of war chiefs just arrived in Nurn. Call themselves Beastmasters.
That does sound like my kind of prey. What do I need to know?
I know you're familiar with the caragaths. I taught you everything you know about them. But let me tell you about their cousins from...
Torvin, what of the war chiefs? You didn't bring me here just to hunt another wild cat, did you?
Just a hunter. Pay attention, Captain. These caragaths are a silent, stealthy breed from beyond Nurn. And they can sneak up on just about anything. And what's worse, this new beast tamer has been burning the brushlands to the north. He means to capture them and break their will. Twist them into Sauron's war machine.
Every war chief is a scourge upon this land. Beastmaster or no, I will end them.
Whoa, slow down. First thing we need to do is foil their plans. And I see no better way of doing that than using the very same caragaths against this orcish scum.
Show me how to find one of these creatures, then.
Gladly, Captain.
Sorry for such a late introduction, as I did not want to cut off their dialogue, but what's going on, guys? Omega925 back again with another gameplay walkthrough of Shadow of Mordor, in which this walkthrough we will be tackling the entirety of the Lord of the Hunt DLC. So without further ado, there is no need to prolong this. Sit back, relax, and let's enjoy some nostalgic gameplay in which we do a lot with these beasts. Hold on, that's never mind.
What was that?
The stealth in this game just absolutely kills me. I mean, no pun intended, but what I mean by that is you could literally be right on dude's case and be taking out his buddy, and he's sitting there making all those noises, you know, and you got the damn beast like, and you're telling me he doesn't know, like, oh, I wonder what's going on behind me. All right, like, come on, bro, context clues. Now, I know some games do give the NPCs a bit more wherewithal as far as, like, what's going on around them. But as far as this one, I was literally, like, the dude was being mauled, and the other guy was, like, within a foot from it happening. Both of them were, and I was able to actually get two of them. So, I mean, stealth is just such a wonderful but, you know, very, peculiar thing at times.
Very good, Captain. Their plans are in disarray, but there's still work to be done to ensure the Uruk never tame the caragaths.
The war chief. The beast tamer.
Aye, that unnatural fiend needs to be put down. To draw him out, use the caragaths against his war camp. The more Uruk that die by their shadowy bite, the better.
I will not let the
Now I know I said in a previous walkthrough, which I believe was the last walkthrough, that I wasn't really too much of a fan of Torvin's missions, a part of the main story mode, because I felt like there was a lot of walking, talking, and then getting just a little bit of action at the very end of it. However, for this DLC, I will say I really am a big fan of it. Maybe not like a gigantic fan, but it really is cool with the different beasts that we were introduced to as far as the different abilities as well. Like the Shadow Mount, which I super duper love because, like I said earlier, in earlier walkthroughs, I love the Shadow Strike. So with any type of shadow ability that gets me from one location to the next super fast, especially how convenient the Shadow Mount is, it's just completely dope. So y'all definitely let me know, like, I mean, would you prefer the main missions that Torvin had a part of the story mode over this, or do you think the DLC is better?
To draw him out, use the caragaths against his war camp. The more Uruk that die by their shadowy bite, the better.
On his head, so I can use it to bob a slave in the head.
What was that noise?
Sneaking about.
The beast tamer is dead, and with him, the Uruks' control of the shadowy creatures.
Pay attention, Ranger. I think your right is here. The Butcher's sending out extermination parties. They're wiping out every creature they can find. They're brutal killers, a lot of them.
An ambitious war chief with a well-trained army. Sounds like a challenge. But if you've taught me anything, Master Dwarf, it's that the hunt can always turn against you.
I'm not entirely sure what's happening in that mind of yours, Captain. But you've baited the hook now. Come on, out with it!
I will bring a graug to bear against their forces. I will show them Mordor cannot be tamed.
Now that's a plan! Not very military though, is it? You've been spending a bit too much time with me. But there's one little problem you should know about.
Despite all expectations, your problems are rarely ever little, Torvin.
Yes, well, then this shouldn't surprise you. These troops have already taken down a graug. Or 3. You'll need to lure out a rare, wretched graug. A disgusting relative who's adapted to the poison from all the ghouls they eat.
Wretched graug. Isn't that a bit redundant?
I'm not sure what redundant is, but if it means poisonous, then yes, they are extremely redundant.
All right, Master Dwarf. Show me how to lure these creatures out, and I will do the rest.
Just a few scouts tangling with those ghouls. They should make easy prey.
Knock him off his back.
Please, Wanderer! Your savagery comes to an end this day!
This isn't our first adventure. We always travel in packs.
Looks like we may need some help after all. Time to put your plan to work, Captain.
It's a caragath.
So, as far as the ones who do know, and for the ones who don't, usually when you see a transition in my walkthroughs, that means something went awry. And in this case, the thing that went awry was me accidentally killing myself. Because as you can see right there, it says in red letters, in parentheses, damages graugs. So, I did not read that. So as I was being surrounded by the plethora of different enemies, my dumbass was consistently shooting down around my feet and on my feet, killing them, but also killing myself as well. And yeah, I guess this is why it's very important to read, because you'll get results like that if you don't. But in other news, I did think it was really, really cool that we were able to shadow mount the graug, just because being able to be in charge or be in control of an enemy that's this powerful, that as you can see is completely causing a lot of havoc, is just such a huge bonus to have, especially when there's a lot of people surrounding you. Do I take advantage of it more in this walkthrough? Only one way to find out, but it is definitely a cool addition to this game.
The Butcher may have lost his ranging parties, but as long as he remains safe in his stronghold, he'll train more of those killers. Show him the safety he can expect with a wretched graug at his doorstep.
Even the Uruks fear the monstrosities of Mordor. Must kill the Butcher and keep the orcs afraid.
Show him the the safety he can expect with a wretched graug at his doorstep.
Something just moved. Remember your There is no beast that I cannot kill. I will eviscerate you both.
Now, I'm not saying I knew that this would unstick him from the glitch that he was in, but this is just another reason why I love the Shadow Mount, because it literally helped me in this predicament. Now, like I said, I didn't know that this was gonna work, but hey, it worked. But I definitely will say, out of all of the different beasts that you can mount in the Shadow of Mordor series, the Graug definitely has to be, like, of course, it's going to be tied with number 1 just because of what we're able to mount in Shadow of War, which of course we will get there when we get there. I don't want to spoil too much for the ones who haven't seen it. But yeah, I definitely had a really fun time being able to, you know, use his arsenal, and it was just really helpful because 1, it's a really great arsenal, and 2, it's difficult as hell to kill him. So what do you guys think? What was y'all's favorite beast to mount, or what did y'all find more beneficial and useful for these type of interactions?
This should put an end to the butcher's extermination parties. Let the Uruks suffer the ravages of nature.
The
menfolk are always complaining about the smell at the fort. This ain't so bad.
Damn these war chiefs. They've caused so much death and destruction. Scavengers are running amok, just hordes upon hordes of filthy ghouls.
Filthy ghouls? I thought all of Mordor's creatures were majestic in their own way.
Majestic? Ghouls? Now you stop right there, Captain. They are an aberration. Those filthy little mongrels, hiding underground with their beady eyes, gnawing and biting and scratching and...
If I didn't know better, I'd have thought you'd see eye to eye with the little creatures.
Are you comparing me with a ghoul? Oh, I'm glad this plague of ankle biters makes you laugh. Their numbers are growing out of control. They'll overrun all of Nurn.
Well, you do have a point. So how can we curb this disease?
There's only one way. We need to drag their vile queens from their nests and cut them down. A ghoul hive without a matron is like a meal without ale. Useless. Ghouls scurrying about with the sun in the sky. Just terrible!
There was no matron.
Aye, not this time. Keep rustling their mounds, though. Matrons will come, I promise you.
Alright, they're for killing. Just like graugs. Stop the flame!
Serve me.
Slay! Crush! Duel! Who's just minding his business? Then out of nowhere, the rainbow appears under...
I am covered in ghoul filth. I see now why Torvin kept his distance.
Good news, Talion. You still haven't matched me for ghouls killed in a single afternoon. Ha!
For once it is I who has come up short.
I'll give you that one, Ranger. But killing this next war chief is going to be a tall order. You see, he rides upon a graug. You'll have to flood his garrison with ghouls to set our enemies against each other.
Deathwalker! Been looking for me? Well, here I am. An intruder! Did you hear that? Wait!
You'll have to flood his garrison with ghouls to set our enemies against each other.
Won't manage to stay alive longer than anyone else here. Wound up on the top. I hear you blabbing like that. They'll be coming after you instead. Fuck down! Deathwalker! Why you gonna be up there, eh? I ain't coming to fetch you, Dan. It ain't my job.
Take him, master! I'll make him squeal for mercy! He'll try for your neck! No chance! Not before it's
How did that Uruk manage to tame a graug? I hope I have put a permanent end to such an alliance.
So I have two questions for you guys, right? So the first question is, how are we feeling about Talion's look? Now, yes, I know it's not drastically different from how he looked in the main story mode, but you got the different hair, the more scraggly beard, just that beastly overall look, especially with his attire as well. Did we like it or did we hate it? And then the second question, in regards to the main storyline, when the hell does this take place? Because I saw a whole bunch of different, like, Reddit, what are they called? Themes? Threads, there you go. Reddit threads that said that this took place after the main story mode, but then I saw that some people were arguing saying, no, it actually takes place during the main story mode at a specific, like, chapter. And I'm kind of thinking to myself, if this takes place during the story mode, when do we have time for this? Like, for him to start, like, learning how to tame beasts and everything of the such, and when there's a much more deadlier villain out there and goal to complete and all that fun stuff. So just a question that I have for you guys. Like I said, I'm not necessarily an expert on the lore when it comes to Lord of the Rings or even the story in that aspect. Like, I know, I see what is played out, but as far as a more in-depth take on everything of the such, unfortunately, I'm just not there yet.
Anything was little, Master Dwarf.
Now is not the time for jokes, Ranger. My camp was ransacked. Pilfering Uruks made off with all my blasting powder and my brother's axe.
The Uruks have your explosive powder? How did this happen?
Forget forget about that. Didn't you hear what I said? They took my brother's axe.
We'll get your axe, but I'm more concerned about the Uruks with the explosives. Do you even know how the powder works?
All I know is that if you put a spark to it, exciting things happen. Surely you remember when we first met?
These war chiefs may study it, learn how to make more. We must get it back before that can happen.
Tracks split up here. You follow them to the north. I'll hunt the bastards to the south. Find them quickly, Ranger, before they can hide their new treasures.
So yes, as you saw that time reset, that does mean that I failed this portion because I thought that I would have time to be able to take on a lot more enemies than I guess I was supposed to, because I got to this part right here and I actually demounted the beast and was just taking everyone on, and then I got back on with like 15 seconds left and I was like, oh, I'll definitely make it. And then I took this corner right here and I was like, yeah, I'm not making this. And you know, lo and behold, I did not make it. So I had to reset, and I'm now, you know, hauling ass to get over there and everything of the such, which I will be cutting it short. However, we still make it nonetheless. But yeah, as far as timed objectives and everything of the such, I don't have a really good history of saying, like, I guess gauging how long it'll genuinely take me to get there. And yeah, so that definitely was evident here. I mean, you guys didn't see it, but I'm telling you about it right now, so.
No sign of the blasting powder or Torvin's axe. The thieves must have moved that bounty elsewhere. I need to make haste. These thieves must be stopped at all costs.
Good news, Ranger. I found the damned Uruk running off with my brother's axe.
A small victory. There's no trace of the blasting powder anywhere.
Something that valuable, only the smuggler could deliver it to his dark master. It's better blown up and wasted than in their hands. You'll have to track down his couriers and destroy them along with their cargo.
They must find and kill the smuggler and his ilk. The blasting powder cannot fall into Sauron's hands.
You'll have to track down his couriers and destroy them along with their cargo.
deliver the blasting powder, they will wreak unknown havoc. Blasting powder could even make short work of the walls of Minas Ithil.
There's nothing left between you and me. Good. Carve you up and deliver your pieces to the corners of Mordor. No, I'm too smart for that. You can't trick me again. I think not. The rule of men shall extinguish itself in a mighty blaze.
The smuggler is dead, and the blasting powder destroyed. Who knows what catastrophes I've averted this day?
Moved.
Oh, it's just the worst. That's the worst. Unnatural. Filthy. Disgusting.
Slow down, dwarf. What are you ranting about this time?
The last of these new war chiefs, he's a ghoul keeper. Somehow he's controlling the little bastards. Worse, actually, I think he's friends with them.
Controlling them? An Uruk commanding a ghoul army?
Aye, it's so dirty.
What can be done? The ghouls are endless. We can't kill them all.
No, but, shudder to say it. Hate to even think it, but, maybe,
Come on, out with it then.
well, it's just that your power, you seem to be able to control everything. Uruks, caragaths, graugs. Could you control the little scavengers, too?
You would have me control the ghouls as well? Isn't that a bit hypocritical?
If by hypocritical you mean brilliant, then yes, it's very hypocritical. Look, I know it's disgusting, but it's for a good cause. Now, go control those redundant fools.
That's a start, I suppose. Let's keep going.
Oh, I can see them brushing up against you. I can feel them from here. This is a horrible idea.
There should be more of them. Something's not right.
Just keep knocking on their doors until they answer, Captain. Let's move. That seems to have done the trick. When this is over, I do hope
See, now this moment right here is a prime example of, yes, there will be many times, or, you know, a hell of a lot more times than just many, where I may not be the smartest of the YouTube creators who do gameplay walkthroughs. But that moment right there, knowing that in the past, I've, you know, killed myself by shooting at my feet, knowing that I have to now take this beast out, oh man. And I do that to take the beast out because I made the mistake before. That's a wrap, guys. Come on.
I don't know why I didn't consider dominating these creatures sooner.
Back to work.
Hey,
Bleed, you witch!
steal away his pets and kill him. I'll help from out here, Captain, but I'm not coming in. A dwarf unwilling to go underground. You see what these ghouls have done to me?
What's going on out there? Are you okay, my lovelies?
Lovelies? That is more affectionate than I had anticipated.
Something's not right. Answer me, little dears! You leave them alone, you monster! They're mine!
My ghouls! My pets! My babies! You cannot take them! You shall not!
Babies are better off dead than in your thrall. We will avenge this.
So I know the question may arise as to, Omega, why are you consistently going after the ghouls and not attacking the main enemy? Well, this is my second time doing this because I died. Now, where was the transition? You'll never know. However, I consistently kept attacking him the very first time around, and I was just getting hit by all these different ghouls and goblins and all this fun stuff. And I was like, okay, I need to just focus on them and then go to him last, because I thought maybe there was some way, shape, or form that I can actually defeat him in this cave. But no, I guess this is just one of those missions where it's going to force you into a second phase, which I don't know about you guys. I don't mind phases and fights, especially like Bloodborne, because, you know, it's just the name of the game and everything of the such. But in this instance, for me, having such a difficult time with this game and thinking I finally got something done, just to know there's a second phase to it, that I'm not a fan of. But yes, this is actually where I died at in the very first take that I did, because, you know, you'll see how chaotic it gets, and I just was unable to withstand the chaos. But I got it the second time.
This will be no battle of honor. More like ending the suffering of a wounded animal. For the red suit, your chance. A worthy foe. You're nothing but a wisp.
This threat is over, Torvin. All these foul Beastmaster war chiefs have met their end.
We accomplished great things together, Captain.
We certainly have our moments, dwarf. You even managed to do all right around those ghouls.
You know, Captain, I think I may have been too harsh on the little fiends. Those scampering monsters might not be so terrible after all. Can have their uses, at least.
Will you look at that? You can grow a little. Even if it's only emotionally.
Ooh, not your best, Talion. Well, I should be on my way. Blue Mountains are waiting.
Safe journeys, my friend.
And there you guys have it. That is going to be the end of this gameplay walkthrough for Shadow of Mordor's The Lord of the Hunt DLC. And as always, if you guys are still tuned in by this point in the video, thank y'all so much for watching. As you guys have no idea how much it means to me. I know there were some deaths, some resets, some sloppy gameplay, but hey, it's what a game like this brings to a player like me, you know? But moving forward for our last gameplay walkthrough for this game, we will be tackling the Bright Lord DLC, in which I am super excited to play for you guys. So keep an eye out because that'll be dropping very soon.